This is the Nokia N78, one of Nokia's newest smartphones. Just came out, started shipping in Europe. The N78 is an S60 smartphone. It runs the latest version of S60. It's 3rd edition Feature Pack 2. Feature Pack 2 offers a lot of nice little upgrades. There's things like transitions between screens and stuff, and we'll show you that later. Physical design of the N78 is pretty straightforward. It's a fairly simple looking, clean looking design. The real point of contention for people is probably going to be this keypad. As you can see, it's unlabeled and it's made up of a series of ridges here. If we activate the phone, unlocking it first, you see the numbers light up on the keypad so you can see what's going on. These ridges are all one bar, so there's 3 buttons per bar. They're a little close, but if you try using the tip of your finger as opposed to fingernail or something like that, it actually works okay. It takes a little getting used to, and it definitely could have done with a little more space between the rows, at least for somebody with large hands like me, but it works pretty well in general. The D-pad on the N78 is fairly straightforward. Works like you would expect a traditional D-pad to work, but it also has a built-in Navi control. It's a touch-sensitive control that allows you to scroll by moving your finger or thumb around the outside of the D-pad. Doesn't work in all parts of the phone though, so we'll show you that a little bit later on when we're inside the main menu. If you watch here in the Navi pad though, one thing I wanted to point out, you can see it glow intermittently. Nokia calls that breathing. It tells you that the phone's on because there's no other blinking lights or anything anywhere else. The rest of the buttons up front, everything is an actual physical button. It's not touch sensitive like you might fear. Everything has a nice click to it. The buttons are a little bit odd in positioning though. The red and green buttons are not too bad, but the C key being way down here on the lower right is a little bit of an issue when you're editing text and stuff, messages, emails, that kind of thing. The rest of the device, we've got a micro SD card slot right over here. One of the 2 stereo speakers down the bottom. That's the charging port also right next to the speaker. Up top is the micro USB connector. It's not used for charging, it's used for data transfer. Up top is a full 3.5mm headset jack, which is nice, so you can use regular stereo headphones, no adapters required. And then of course you've got the power key next to it. On the right edge we have the 2nd stereo speaker right above the volume controls, and then there's a dedicated camera shutter button down here at the bottom. On the back, high gloss surface, nice etched pattern on it though, and then of course there's the 3.2 megapixel camera's lens and the LED flash. It's a Carl Zeiss lens.